guys, so today we're coming at you with some chest workouts. Now obviously most of us are at home trying to do the best we can with whatever weights we've got, so whether that's cans, bottles. I have some dumbbells in the house, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some exercises you can do at home for your chest. So keep in mind that space might be limited, like especially for me. I've got a very small space here that I'm working out in. So, and most of us won't have bench presses or stuff like that, but actually you don't need any of that stuff. You know, to work your chest, you're looking for resistance, you're looking for safety and caution. So we need to always be really careful of the work we do on our chest, so we're not putting our shoulders in any bad position and creating any damage. So what I'm going to show you is actually a couple of really good exercises on the floor. By using the floor, it means that we have the floor for the arm to come down, especially if we're going heavy. So if some of you do have some heavy weights, the floor is very, very good to stop you overextending, you know, so your shoulders don't get damaged. Most of us, I think, will probably be using quite light weights in the house. So what I would say to this is that we're going to go slightly higher repetitions, okay? So what I would be looking at would be doing sort of like repetitions of 15. Now, what I'm going to say about the chest is, you know, what I'm looking at today is including this within one of your workouts. So you might just do an upper body, you might do lower body, you might do all over body, which I tend to do. I very rarely split my training. I like to do an all over body workout. I do slightly higher repetitions. It's what I do. It doesn't mean it's what you do. You might like to go heavy, and that's fine. And if you are going heavy, then you might split your body. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with on the floor doing a chest press. Okay, so I'm just turning the music down, guys. So what we're going to do is in position. Now I've positioned the mat hopefully so you can sort of see. I've put it at an angle so you can see my body, but I'll turn around if necessary. Okay, so what I would do is we're going to always keep our knees bent, and that keeps our back nice and flat on the floor. Okay, so from here we're going to bring the weights up in front of us, palms out. Okay, there are many variations when you're training. Okay, I'm just showing you, you know, one or two different variations of how to hold the weights. So from here, what we're doing, back into the floor, we're coming down at 90 degrees. Okay, now I've got quite lightweight, so I'm going to keep my arms off the floor to hold that resistance, and we're bringing it back up. So in an arc, okay, or an arch, whichever, like this. Okay, if you have got heavier weights, you know, to stop any overextending, you just keep your arms, you can drop your arms to the floor like this, okay? And that will stop, hopefully, any damage in the shoulder area. Okay, guys, so from here we are pressing up, right over the midline of the chest, like this. Okay, I'll just show you that from a different angle. So from here, up, like that. That's good. Now I tend to do about 15. That's kind of my reps that I like and enjoy doing. And that gives me a guide if I'm getting, you know, as to what weights, especially when we get back into the gym or we order some weights, whatever. But that gives you a guide. When I feel that 15 is too easy, I'll go up a weight, or I'll change my sets. Okay, and that's how training works. So you'll start to feel that. At the moment, most of us are probably just using the same weights. So this could be used in a circuit style as well. Okay, so lots of variations. There's so many things that we could do and we can talk about, but this is a really good start, especially if you're new to training or you just want to get your training in. So that was our press. Okay, flies, another one of my favorites. Again, this is the one that you do really need to be careful of with your shoulders, okay? Because with a fly, we're basically coming out like this, And if you look at the arm here, what we don't want to do is overextend. Then this is a really, really good exercise to do on the floor. And again, if the weight is heavy, you want to bring those arms down. They'll just touch the floor and that will support this area. Okay, so you also need to feel when you're doing this, if that is overextending. But hopefully with the floor and with us not using mega heavy weights, this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so guys, the fly. So what we're doing is we're coming out in that position with a slight bend in the arm, okay? Like this. Now, if any of you join any of my classes and when we go live on Mondays, I always do both these workouts as part of our exercise. So from here, guys, we are coming up, okay, in the midline of our chest. We are coming out and then up. Now, I know I don't feel an overextension there, okay? And then I can drop my arms on the floor. So again, it depends on the weights that we're using and how heavy we are. You need to feel that for yourself, okay? So with the light weights I'm using here, I tend to keep it just off the ground. But if you're feeling it heavy, let your arms rest, okay? Your arm going back too much, okay? So let me show you that from a different position. From here, okay, so from here, guys, coming down and then up, okay. I would always say to keep a slight bend in the elbow, okay. Again, it takes some of the pressure off, and there you go, there you have it, the chest fly, very beautiful. Okay, so another one you can do is a standing press, and again, there's lots of variations. I mean, what I want you to keep in mind as well, that the way the chest fibers work. So today, we're sort of working more sort of like the mid area of the chest, but there are lots of exercises that will work the top part, the lower part. Okay, so your fibers go across like that. All right. But for today, we're doing sort of more midline, okay? But, you know, they're good chest workouts. Okay, so what we want to do is standing. So I get back. This is what happens when you've got a small space, guys. Let me switch the camera up a little bit for you so you can see me. There we go. Okay, so from here, hold the weights, and we are bringing them in, okay, like this. Now, be mindful of this as well, because a lot of the shoulders are starting, you know, the shoulders are taking place here, holding those arms up, okay? So try to drop your shoulders down, okay? Or probably better out that way, okay? Like that. I can really feel that, actually. And it's not an exercise I do very often, is this one. I might sometimes bring it into a class. It's not something I do, so yeah, I really, really feel that. So that's another chest exercise that you can do. Now, I wanted to talk about bands, because a lot of us have bands at home. And if you do, you might not have these ones. You might just have the resistance bands, the ones that aren't attached like this. So you might have one that's just sort of straight. So lots and lots of good chest exercise you can do with this. But the reason I'm talking about them now is that you do need to have something to attach them to, that when you attach it, as you come from the back forward, you're not going to pull whatever you've attached it to with you. I do not have anything within the home for me to do that. One of the good ways, if you do have a door that shuts really well, you can attach these, open up the door, tie a knot, especially if you've got the other ones, the other resistance band. You can tie a knot like this, put it in the door, so that's outside, shut the door, and if your door shuts correctly, So you wouldn't be able, if you pulled, you wouldn't be able to, the door wouldn't open. Mine doesn't shut correctly, so I can't do it. But I wanted to explain it to you because they're such good tools, okay? So if you can do that, that's excellent. And what I'll do is, I'll show you, let's have a look, without pulling anything away in the house. I'm going to just attach this just to show you, okay? But I'm not going to pull it tightly. So my ones are, I've got lots of different strengths, okay? But what you could do is, if you do have something, or if you go outside, okay, you can attach it like this, okay? Or if you have, again, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's one like this or whether it's the flatter resistance bands, okay? And from here, I just show you, hopefully you can see, you can do, I'm going to push myself against this so it doesn't fall. From here, you can do chest workout like this. Okay, so I'm just pushing against this so nothing falls over. So from here, again, you're coming in like this, okay? So from here, like that. Please be very careful where you attach this to, okay? And especially with the door, make sure that you do have it in really well so that first the door doesn't fly open and the band and the door smacks you in the head or the body, and that you've got it in correctly, okay, so that the actual resistant band doesn't come out of where it should be and smack you somewhere in the head or the back, okay? So resistance bands are really great tools. And what I'll do is I'll do a resistance band workout for the whole body, so you can see how they work. And I'll bring that outside because there's lots of places outside that we can attach the bands to, and I can show you the different strengths, and I can show you how you can do a full body workout with bands. Okay guys, so you've got the bands, so you're attaching them to somewhere. From here we're going to be bringing them into the chest, out into the chest, so you can do more of a press, or you can do, and in fact if you do the fly, it's very good to do the fly with one arm, because you'll have the band like this, you'll come across and you can actually bring the band across your chest, okay, so like this, and you're giving the chest a really, really good workout, okay? So one hand across, I've got my hand on my chest here already, I can feel those muscles working, okay? So you want to come across the body like this, okay? And those fibers are really coming together there, okay guys? All right, so what I like to do with chest, one of my favorite moves is a press up, okay? Brilliant chest workout, also brings in the back and the shoulders, but quite like if you're doing a chest workout or an upper body workout, I quite like to finish with this, and I like to go to failure, okay? So when I say by failure, I like to push as far as I can. However, that doesn't mean that's how you're going to do your program. You might just include the press up as as part of your sets, okay? So you might just do, or your repetitions, so you might just do 15, 10, 12, whatever. And don't forget, if you can't do full press ups, of course you can do them on your knees. Just always think about why you're doing it, okay? So even if you're doing it on your knees, you want to be able to feel why you're doing it. A lot of people just do exercises because they've seen other people do it, or it's not been explained to them correctly. So they're doing it not really knowing what they're achieving. They're just thinking, oh, I want to be able to do press ups. Yes, it's good to be able to press yourself up off the ground, very important. But think about what you're doing, okay? So let's just say, for instance, I'm going to do it on my knees, okay? What I want to be able to do is I want to make sure that as I'm going down, I'm feeling, as I push up, I'm feeling the chest, okay? It's not just the chest that's working, but you should be able to feel the chest, okay? You might want to bring your arms out a little bit more, okay? Now you're starting to use different fibers, okay? So from here, we'll go down, okay? Careful about arching the back. That's it, good. Now what I find as well is if you push your knees out a little bit more, you're putting more weight on the front, okay? So you're allowing the front of your body to take more weight, okay? Oh yeah, I can really feel that, okay? So don't think because you can't do a full press up that you can't make a press up on a knee work for you. Okay, I see too many people. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I do see too many people coming more into a box when they're actually capable of allowing themselves to have a little bit more weight on the top. And the reason I say this is because as a trainer, I always try to get people to do the hardest stuff first. So try a full press up. Even if you do one, that's fine. I don't mind. The fact is that just to show you that you can do it. And a lot of people can do a lot more than they think they can. So let's have a look at a full press up. And hopefully we can get me in. Okay, so from here, keep the back nice and straight. We're going down and up. And this is a lovely workout. Oh, yes. So there you go, guys. And what I tend to do is, like some people do, and I do as well, it's quite a nice little finisher. Do your chest workout, or just include that in your program. Whichever you want to do is up to you. Obviously, if you want any advice on any of this, you can contact us through Instagram, the Bridge Charity, or follow us on YouTube. Please follow us on YouTube. We're putting all our videos out there. So it's Bridge Health, Fitness and Wellbeing on YouTube. Hit the subscribe, hit the little bell, and you can catch all our stuff and let you know when we're doing so. We are uploading every day, guys, with different exercises. So any questions, just DM us on Instagram. We can answer those questions for you. But have a try of some of these workouts and see how you feel. And we go live on Mondays and Wednesdays on Instagram as well. So you'll see a lot of these exercises being performed. Okay.